So I wanted to come on and do more of a detailed download and channeled message about conscious love and spiritual women because I got called to do this as I feel like these messages need to get out there. So here we go. So this is all about what I wish I knew as a highly spiritual soul on the path to love. And we're going to talk about a few different things. And the first one is around understanding and accepting yourself and your soul mission, because I feel like there's a huge reframe that's required for spiritual women in this path. And understanding who they are and why their life is unfolding in this certain way, especially when it comes to love because it can be very confusing, it can be very isolating, and it can be very frustrating when you don't entirely realize, you know, who you are and why you're here. So, this is all about understanding your soul's purpose and why it is you are going through these initiations and these things in your love life. It's not for nothing. It's not that there's something wrong with you. It's not that you're doing it wrong or you're making poor decisions. It's all about understanding this inner blueprint of your soul. I like to call it your soul's codes and the themes that you came in with to work through in this incarnation, and how, as an awakening soul, you are likely having some very intense experiences. So I really want you to stop judging yourself for this or making yourself wrong. And I want you to really like embrace everything. It's getting a bit closer to the mic. I want you to just embrace everything that is unfolding for you because it's all divine. And so it's not going to be a linear life for the awakening soul in this lifetime. It's not going to look like everyone around you. And that is by design. All of these experiences that you're having in life and love that are intense, that are heart opening, that are painful, that are bringing up your ancestral wounds, that are bringing up your patterns, they're all here to help awaken and activate the true nature of your soul and to open your heart. And just want to remind you that as a soul, you answered a call here to Earth to come in and to help anchor and activate divine love on the planet. And you knew, like we all knew, this wasn't going to be easy work. We all knew that this was going to come with its challenges and that it wasn't all going to be smooth sailing. But we keep, and I'm going to come to the bigger picture of this conscious love mission in a minute. And we need to keep leveling up to the higher perspective of this and not get so bogged down in these individual experiences. Because when we expand out to remember the grandness of this mission, which is around, this is, let's talk about the bigger picture of conscious love. So, and your role as a leader in this movement of conscious love, because it's really important for you to remember this. It's really important for you to embody this and to really be proud of this instead of getting trapped in these judgments of being different to others and having a different love path to others. So, why now? Like, we know the earth is going through a huge shift. We know that humanity is awakening, and we know that there's a lot of fear arising throughout everything that's happening. So that's why now is the time that these leaders of conscious love are here. This is why we came. And we knew that we would be working towards a higher evolution of what love and relationships is on the planet. We knew that's what we would be ushering in through our lives, through our purpose, and through our experiences in love. So that's why so many of us had really deep karmic connections to work through. We had our core wounds activated through all of this, and we didn't shy away from the truth that was surfacing in the mirror of these relationships, of these souls that we have encountered along the way. And just because these relationships, these karmic encounters haven't finished in marriage, kids, and that typical template doesn't mean that they were not sacred and that they were not so very intended and needed for your awakening and your evolution. So when we zoom out and we look at the bigger picture, as in you being a leader, a soul leader of conscious love evolutionary leaps on earth, this is something for you to be so proud of. This is something for you to feel in you, deep within you, that is why you came here. So all of the moments that you thought broke you in love, the things you never thought you would be able to move past, you did, and you have, and you continue to. So this is really about reframing your experience in love so far to understanding the role of it in the evolution of humanity and love and relationships on the earth, in this grand shift that humanity is moving from fear-based connection and fear-based attachment to heart-centered connection, union, and balance between the masculine and the feminine. Because these loves, this healing work that is cultivating so much within us, is what is going to help restore harmony and peace on the earth, because it's this inner work. And through the mirror of a conscious relationship and a challenging initiation, and that mirror that you attract into your life, you have the golden opportunity to go deep and understand and see yourself at a level through the connection, whether it be a divine all connection is divine, but whether it be sort of like a healthy connection, or whether it be showing you something, whether it's showing you something that, perhaps you haven't wanted to see within yourself. So this message is really about helping shift that shame and that judgment around your path in love. And instead of getting really like aggressive and like harsh on yourself, it's about really embracing the unfolding of your soul's codes of love, and how allowing yourself to experience the unfolding of your experiences without judgment is the key that's going to help you to move gracefully through them. We can't avoid the wounding that is part of our soul code, because that's what we signed up here to transcend. That's what we signed up to work on. So why are you making it yourself wrong? Why are you judging yourself and saying, oh, I've attracted yet another XYZ type of person? It's all part of the mission. It's all part of the learning, and it's all part of the growth. And the more consciousness and presence and love you can hold for yourself and all others, the smoother your process is going to be. So we've spoken a little bit about that sacred mirror, and that's something that I want you to really hold at the forefront as you're moving through these initiations. You know, the feminine is really leading the way in this evolutionary leap that we are taking, because she's leaning into her wounds, her heart. She's raising herself, she's ascending through these initiations. So, what I need you to remember is that you may feel this attraction to people or relationship dynamics that you thought you had transcended, but somehow you find yourself, attracting it again and being in it again. It's because you're uncovering a deeper layer of healing and love. And so allow yourself to be surprised pleasantly by the treasures that you find in these experiences. Continue to honor yourself and hold yourself as the sacred being that you are. Don't allow yourself to be in situations that are unhealthy or not, honoring you. But as you move through, really understanding the divine mirror that you're being shown, really holding love for it. Where are you, for example, not honoring your inner feminine? Where is your inner masculine not protecting and respecting your inner feminine? Where is your people pleaser taking over? Where is your inner child running the show? And all of these sacred mirrors are designed to bring us back to ourselves, to our balance, to that inner love and union that we hold. And so, what this means for your path in love is about not shaming yourself or judging yourself for these patterns. These are your sacred soul patterns. This is what your soul decided. I'm going to come in and I'm going to clear this pattern of people pleasing, of guilt, of self abandonment. I'm going to come in and work on this. And so, of course, you're going to attract opportunities by divine design for you to work on these things, for you to understand these things, for you to experience these things, not only for yourself, but on behalf of your entire lineage. So, allowing yourself to, you know, extract the necessary teachings, learnings, wisdom, activation from your soul's code path, moving beyond comparison with others, moving beyond attachments to certain timelines, to certain outcomes that you have been programmed to believe you need to hit, and opening up and accepting your unique path in love. Understanding who you are at a soul level and what it is you came here to do as a leader of conscious love and evolution of love on earth, as a conscious love warrior. This was something that was always going to be your awakening through relationships. And not everyone has this path of awakening through conscious divine relationships. But if you find yourself here, then chances are you are here because you are one of these ninjas who's working through things at a fast pace. So yeah, that might mean that your life doesn't look linear. It doesn't look steady. There's all of these dips and turns and ebbs and flows. But what about the diamond that's being carved within you? Have you stopped to tune in with that aspect of you, the conscious awareness, the love, the opening of the heart, the coming into alignment with who you really are, the seeing through of the illusions that are being projected? This has all been by design to open your heart and allow yourself to transcend the fears. So what it may take somebody next to you, 20-year marriage and 3 kids, to work through these things in their own way and in their own time as a different soul path, right? A different focus. But you have this focus of conscious love leadership. So you are transcending it a lot quicker than the average person, which outside it looks strange. It looks like, oh my goodness, what's going on? But come back to that diamond within you that's being forged. Neither of these journeys is wrong. There's no need to pin these experiences against each other. There's a beautiful knowing and a knowledge that each one is divine. But I want you to really honor your own journey and the depth with which you are able to move through these initiations. Don't make yourself wrong. Don't make yourself small. Understand that the inner codes of your soul are unfolding in this sacred geometric pattern of your life path, and that there's nothing to fear here. It's all like this magical tapestry that's coming together that you can only truly see from the perspective of the heart. seeing through the window of your heart rather than your mind and your ego and your fears. So the more you can come into your heart and see through the window of your heart, see your soul's and your human's journey through the heart space and embrace this unique opportunity that you have to anchor deep love in your physical body and to transcend these soul challenges through the awakening of your soul codes. So I like to call them the M codes or the Magdalene codes. That's the work that I do. And the M codes is really a framework and a program that can help you gracefully move through some of this heaviness with the support of me and the group and the circles that we hold to really share and alchemize our experiences with these heavier soul codes and move them into the higher expression of love, which is that path of ascension that the soul moves through. So, yeah, that's really all that I wanted to share with you today. Just remember who you are. Remember that this journey is not something that everybody is going on. Remember that your soul essence and your soul expression comes from love to experience love. And so when we have such a deep soul mission associated with love, it's natural that there may be some fear, there's some challenge that we need to move through in this dualistic matrix of the physical reality, but that you are well equipped and that you are supported and that you are loved and that you are not alone in this. That's what I love about the M codes and the group that gets drawn together because they feel the presence of this Magdalene within them, this warrior, and they really bring it through and it amplifies together through our hearts and it helps unite us in this mission of conscious love on the earth. So don't forget who you are. I know it can be isolating, but I hope these words have found your heart and you know that you're loved and supported and that you're doing it, that this is happening. You are contributing to the evolutionary leap in human consciousness through the sacred work of divine union, love, and self-mastery. So allow the soul to do its thing. Allow your heart to open through the challenges and to only soften you into more love, because that is at the end of the day who you are. You are an expression in human form of divine love, and you're like this conductor here on earth that brings through that love, and it's felt. People might not say it. People might not be able to look directly at it all the time because it's very triggering. But don't let that stop you from the unraveling of love within you that wants to come through and allow it to circulate back through you and replenish you as well. So until next time, I'm sending you so much love and thank you for being here.